Hello, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. We've got some Mary Kay on deck today, and it is our favorite top leader. We're gonna get right the fuck into it. But first, we need the disclaimer. If you're not familiar with Mary Kay, they are what is called an MLM, also known as a multi-level marketing company, network marketing company, social selling company. Some would even refer to this type of business model as a pyramid scheme. And that is because they do run off of a recruitment-based business model, meaning the more people they recruit to their team, the more money they make. These businesses do shill products typically, and the products that Mary Kay has are makeup and skincare. They have been in business for quite some time, and they very much look up to their founder, Mary Kay Ash. Anyway, this top leader is one that we have reacted to many times in the past. We kind of just love her. Her personality is great. She used to be a newscaster, so she's great at speaking, and she does bring up some valid points for knowledge that MLM representatives should have, such as taxes and whatnot. But even though we love her, she does do and say some problematic things. She does regular team meetings, and sometimes they are reaction worthy, and this is one of them. So without further ado, let's get the fuck into it.
Hey everyone, it's your sales director, Brittany Mitchell.
Hey, Brittany.
It's Huddle Night, our favorite night of the week, Tuesday, January 13th, and it's week 2 of our 6-week Boss Babe series, where we get to learn from national sales directors every single week why this is the time. This is the time when we start a new calendar year. We talked last week in week 1 of the Boss Babe series how we're just at the halfway point of our seminar year, and the glass is half full, not half empty. So in just a few minutes, we're going to be hearing tonight from Senior National Sales Director Dave Ann Mowell, and I know what she shares will inspire you. If you haven't had a chance, go back to our unit Facebook group and print your Boss Babe workbook packet. It's there for you. I posted it last week, and you can always go back and watch week 1.
Boss Babe workbook. Like we're a sorority. Also, this is tea, not coffee, just in case. Like, it looks really gross if you're thinking it's coffee. I just wanted to clarify that I wasn't drinking some nasty see-through coffee.
Didn't even notice.
Each week is empirical, so if you didn't get a chance to be with us last week or watch the playback, don't worry, you haven't missed anything, and tonight's training will still be relevant. Well, let's get right into our words of wisdom. As always, they come from our Mary Kay calendar the company allowed us to earn last year.
Oh my lord. Allowed us to earn. The company allowed us to earn.
God, what a privilege.
She does this every time she gets on with the calendar. And like I said, they very heavily live by the word of Mary Kay Ash. Mary Kay Ash is like a second god to them, if you will. They live by her quotes. And this calendar has Mary Kay Ash quotes, and she's about to read one to her team to start the meeting. I'd rather sit through a prayer.
Amen to that.
And here's our quote from our beloved Mary Kay Ash for January 13th. She says, "The dream I have for you soars on silver wings.
I believe I can fly.
You must embrace your dream with all your might and work at it every single day with love-filled intensity." And you know, when I think about that, I think of all of you. The way that you love each other so well and the way that you love your customers so well inspires me every single day, because that's the greatest part of this business. Is it's not just a business, it's genuine and true community. And I'm so thankful for that, like I know you are.
It is just a business. In most MLMs, they play this community card to the point of exhaustion. They will tell you that you have this, you're joining an amazing community, that you have a lifetime of friends and support from. What they don't tell you is as soon as you leave the MLM, in most cases, the entire community also leaves. Once they stop benefiting monetarily off of you, they don't care what you do. They don't care how you are. They don't care what you need. They don't care what your family's doing for Christmas. None of it. As soon as you stop feeding the machine, there's no more community.
All of you have learned from someone, and we have an obligation. Mary Kay taught us to pay it forward. And so when you recruit, sometimes we don't recruit because we think, oh, I don't know what I would do with a team member. This is what you would do. You would teach them what you were taught. It's just like parenting. It's like discipling people. If you're a Christian, it's the same thing. You pass it on. And that's all Mary Kay ever said to us when we would go to her and we would say, Mary Kay, you know, this happened or that happened, or I had a win or a victory. She would just, you know, we would thank her, and she would pat us on the hand and say, pass it on. pass it on. That's all she ever asked. So I want that to shift your minds as we go into our training tonight, because you guys, recruiting is not an obligation or like, ooh, I don't want to bug people. It's a way to pass on what it is that we have been taught, what we have been gifted. And it's the best possible way to thank the person who taught you is to teach someone else. So
Yeah, of course, because the one that taught you is getting money from you and your team and so on and so forth. So yeah, of course, Mary Kay Ash wanted you to pass the business on and offer the business opportunity to everybody and get more people in your units, because that was the way the people at the top made the money. It's not about sharing amazingness. In most cases, you're sharing a financial burden because people are going to buy into this bullshit and keep trying and end up in debt. In a lot of cases, this is what you hear from people who join MLMs with the hopes that it's going to save their life, for lack of a better term.
in our Boss Babe series, and the Boss Babe series is designed to help you feel like a boss. What does that mean? It's not just some phrase, you guys. Feeling like a boss means you feel like you are in command, in charge of your business. You are both the boss and the employee in your Mary Kay business. But there's something powerful about being in boss mode and feeling like a boss and feeling confident. And that's what this series is designed to help you do. Last week, Senior National Sales Director Emeritus Lisa Madsen talked about It's Time. And she was so passionate and powerful as she steps into this, her first month of retirement, about all this opportunity has done for her and her family. More than $17 million in earnings over the years. And now she's built something, her unit and her client base, that she's been able to pass down to her daughter, Rachel.
How lucky.
Well, tonight we're going to hear from Senior National Sales Director Dave Ann Mowell. And
She retired and passed down her legacy to her daughter. Did her daughter want that legacy? I'm sorry. It's just funny. It's fucking funny. So many times you hear about people saying, oh, I want to pass down my legacy to my kids. I've never heard of a consultant of any sort pass their team to their children. Like, this is a passing of the torch that's struggling to even burn. I'm sorry. Let me stop.
a lot of you have maybe never heard from Dave Ann before because she is not in our seminar division. And so if you know anything about Mary Kay, we have different divisions of the company. So when we go to seminar, we hear from the people who are in our division. And so one of my favorite things about this Boss Babe series is that we're going to be hearing from people that perhaps we've never been trained by before. So let's watch the video. And as we do, I encourage you to take notes. And afterward, I'm going to give you a chance to share what stuck to your mind and your heart and any questions that you have. So let's watch this video together.
Hello, my name is Dave Ann Mowell, and I am a Senior National Sales Director with Mary Kay, coming to you from Ogallala, Nebraska. I have been enjoying my Mary Kay business for over 37 years, and I'm honored to say the least, that I was chosen to be one of your speakers for this Boss Babe It's Time series. Thank you, Karen, for providing us with this opportunity.
It's mind-blowing to me. Okay. And I know my eyebrows are not even related most days. They've never even met. Okay. But if you're selling makeup, and you have been for so many years, what the fuck?
For all of us around the world in Mary Kay to join together with an opportunity to allow Mary Kay in this historical
Just start in like the middle of her eye, right? I don't know.
I'll be shutting up now.
time to make all of our dreams come true. It's time for all of us to let go of procrastination. It's time for all of us to quit waiting, to quit worrying. It's time for all of us to put action behind our dreams and go for it. I believe that with determination and perseverance in the mix, we are set up for an unlimited amount of success in 2026. I do believe that we're a part of a history-making moment in Mary Kay with the launch of the e-commerce My Shop opportunity, and the fact that we can continue to do our Mary Kay the old-fashioned way in person with our family, friends, and new acquaintances that we get to make our friends doing our Mary Kay in person.
How well is that going? I feel like in-person events don't really happen anymore for MLMs. We just talked about this with Scentsy not too long ago about the party plan business. Nobody wants to do parties like this anymore. Nobody wants to go in person and sit and listen to a presentation about your makeup. They just don't. Nobody has time for that. Nobody has the patience. If they want to spend time with their friends, they want to go and actually spend time with their friends and go to a movie or go to dinner and actually catch up with each other and be able to talk. They don't want to sit through a presentation. It's not a thing anymore. And we need to stop pretending like people still want to have parties, whether it's Mary Kay, Scentsy, Avon, whatever. Nobody wants to do that shit anymore.
Preach it, honey.
Karen is allowing me the opportunity to share with you a time in my Mary Kay business where I knew I had to make some changes. And I would like to share that story with you. For most of you, you don't know the fact that I said yes to Mary Kay 3 different times.
Both her clocks are dead. Why? Why even have them there? Is that like a Mary Kay thing?
In the 80s. I actually said yes to Mary Kay in 1984, the first time, because my mom wanted me to become a part of Mary Kay. I said yes to Mary Kay in 1986 because my girlfriends wanted me to become a part of Mary Kay. And I said yes to Mary Kay again in 1988. Because at that time I was working for a photographer and he wanted me to help with glamour shots. And so I said yes to Mary Kay in 1988. But I didn't realize that it was time for me to actually do my Mary Kay and actually work the business until late 1989, when I found myself at my kitchen table, flat broke. Mick and I had only been married a year. We were on the verge of bankruptcy.
Oh, let me tell you something. If you join an MLM in hopes of getting you out of debt, the odds of it happening, if you're already in debt, are so slim, especially with any company now today in 2026. MLMs are not what they used to be. So having the luck that it takes now, because that's what it is, it's pure luck. Having the luck it takes now to find the kind of success that gets you out of a financial hole like bankruptcy is so slim. It's almost non-existent if you look at the statistics. There's an FTC article linked in my description, but really if you Google about MLMs, you'll see all of the failures that have happened. And I'm not saying that to be negative, okay? It is negative, but it's a fact. It's actually information that's out there. You could see how many people have failed at different MLMs. And there's a reason.
And he reminded me that I had that beautiful Mary Kay pink kit in my closet, and that maybe, just maybe, if I did Mary Kay and put some effort behind it, it would work. And I thought to myself, I'll give it a try. And we were also in the process of moving from the Black Hills of South Dakota to Nebraska. And I would be moving from South Dakota to Nebraska in 4 months. So when I made that decision that it was time, I made the decision to do 100 practice models before we would move to Nebraska. I thought to myself, I'll just go to night school. I pretended that Mary Kay was my university, and I started doing models. I would do them in groups of sometimes 3, sometimes 2, sometimes 6 at a time. I was working another full-time job, so I did this in the evenings and on weekends. But I just wanted to find out if this Mary Kay thing could really work. So I started in September, and I did 25 faces in September, just practicing on close family and friends. In October, in November, and December. And this is what happened. At the end of that 4th month, at that time, I was able to earn my Mary Kay career card and go on to become a sales director in 4 short months.
In the 90s. In the 90s. It's not the same as it was. There's the internet. It's easier to research things and find information of the failure rate. It's not likely that this story is also going to be somebody else's who joins Mary Kay today.
And now, in today's time, ladies, you can do it all in 1 month.
No, you can't.
The market is very saturated.
When you mix the opportunity of e-commerce with your My Shop and in person, and we want you to commit to the kit and do a perfect start January 1st through the 15th. And I want to extend that challenge for you to go on and do 100 practice bottles before the end of April and just see where this business could take you. You know, when I started in September of 1989, I honestly thought, I just want to see if this business works. And I just wanted to practice because if I were going to do this once I moved to Nebraska, I wanted to feel professional. So if you're a brand new beauty consultant and you want Mary Kay to be the opportunity of a lifetime for you, like it has been for me and so many others, then I want you to consider practicing. I want you to invite your closest friends and family members in the month of January to help you with a perfect start.
Beg them for help. This is basically a fundraiser for life. Ask your friends and family for help. Also, though, you're not supposed to be laying your fingers on somebody else's face, whether you're giving them a facial, putting makeup on, whatever it is. In a lot of states in the United States of America, if you're not educated, certified, licensed, there are certain things that have to happen before you can just go and apply makeup and a face mask to somebody's face. You could get in big trouble for putting product on somebody's face if you are not in different states, in the United States at least, if you are not licensed or certified in certain areas. So please be aware of that if you're listening to this individual who found her success in the late 80s and early 90s.
And do 5 parties in the first 2 weeks of January and find out how well you like to party. And then take it from there. And then practice doing spa sessions, practice doing color appointments, maybe do beauty bars. We do beauty bars where we take out a few items, maybe a kitchen counter full, or sometimes we go to a room and we rent it and we lay out as much product as we have on hand for people to sample, and they sample the products on their hands and they love it, and they take it home with them.
That is allowed. Sampling is one thing. I thought she was going to say, and then we just do everybody's makeup. Like, no. Sampling is totally fine. And that's what a lot of Mary Kay consultants do when they say,
we're going to give you a free facial.
They have you take the product and put it on your face. So they're not usually touching your face. And if they are, make sure they know what they're doing. Just saying.
That's the beauty of having an in-home business, an in-person business, is that you can share this wonderful product with your friends and family members, and you can sack it up and let them take those products home. People love to try before they buy.
Suck it up and give the products away for free so you can suffer even more financially.
What are we doing, lady?
People love to take home what they try. This is the most amazing time in history. This is where you can have a successful business from your phone or in your home or both. And if you'll do both, you are going to see your numbers skyrocket. Your customers and your preferred customer list are going to skyrocket. You're going to have more customers every time it's time to sign up for the next season's mailing. You're going to have more team members because you're going to be able to offer the opportunity with everyone you share this product with. And when you offer the opportunity with everyone you share this product with, it is the most amazing thing, because those who want to be a part of this amazing company say yes, and those who don't stay your customers, and either way you win. Did you hear that?
Oh, wow.
Customers are the consolation prize. The real prize is when people join your team or your unit, whatever you want to call it.
So when you are in your home and you're doing a party and you make the sales and you make the deliveries, right? And they take those products home, and then you share with them the opportunity to come on board and be a part of your team. If they say yes, great, you're growing your Mary Kay team. If they say no, great, you win because you have a new loyal customer. And with our new My Shop, we're going to be able to hit every generation at every hour of the day. So if you are one of those people in America that spend 5 to 7 hours on your phone, then you're going to love the My Shop, right? Because you're going to be able to work your business from your phone wherever you're at and continue to share wonderful content and continue to build your customer base through your My Shop.
I'm working to spend less time on my phone. She's like, if you already spend 5 to 7 hours on your phone, perfect. Let's spend more time on your phone. I think we're all burnt out from social media and all the bullshit. I don't know about you, but I literally just deactivated my TikTok, my Messenger, and my Facebook. So all I have is Instagram and YouTube, and that's it. And my life for the past 24 hours since I've done that has been so much better. 10 out of 10 recommend. And I only still have Instagram because I do this. I need some form of social media to go along with my YouTube channel.
Yeah, if you're one that loves to work from your home, awesome. You can set up a wonderful little Mary Kay skincare party right in the convenience of your own home and make on-the-spot deliveries and have your sales and cash flow continue to soar. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about with determination and perseverance in the mix. You have unlimited success to look forward to in 2026. Now, are you going to run into a few obstacles? Of course you are. Our world is not absent of obstacles, and neither is your Mary Kay business. But you have a team of people supporting you. Mary Kay Cosmetics in Dallas has put together amazing, amazing tools for you. Your sales directors, your sister consultants, your nationals, your adopted nationals, we are all here for you to continue to encourage you to build your business in 2026. Now, we want you to commit to the kit, right? Commit to the kit on January 1st and go do those 5 parties and just see where this takes you. And I want to tell you one more story, just a story about a gentleman that didn't give up. And I don't know if you're watching and you've been in Mary Kay for over 10 years or 15 years or 30 years. And I don't know if you are brand new, but I do know one thing. This opportunity is for all of us. Every single one of us, whether you are a new Gen Z that are just hitting the workforce now, or whether you are a millennial or baby boomer, or a part of the greater generation or the silent generation, I tell you what, this opportunity is available to you and you can have it all. It just fits. I want to, what I'm really obsessed with is true stories in movies. And this year I watched a movie, it's called A Million Miles Away, and it talks about Jose M. Hernandez. And he was as a child of a migrant farmer who traveled back from Mexico to California in the fields. And so this young boy, Jose, he dreamed after watching the movie Apollo 17 of being an astronaut.
And let me just say, imagine if we didn't have the people like that back in the day. Imagine if they were chased from our country. What would America be? I guess we're finding out.
And so going to school was a little difficult for him because they were always moving from Mexico to California, following the harvest fields. And but he had one teacher that really believed in him and really thought for certain that he had a gift with math and that he was smart enough to be an astronaut. And she fed into his spirit. She breathed belief into him that he could be whatever he wanted to be. And he never gave up. He never gave up. He applied to NASA over 11 times. Over 11 times. And he finally got brought into to NASA, and he worked and he worked and he worked, and he was the first astronaut of that culture.
Of that culture?
Hispanic?
That's how we say that, ma'am. It's okay. It's not gonna burn your tongue off. Anyway.
And that story, it's called A Million Miles Away. It is so worth watching. And they also talk about another really cool piece of, I guess, a fun fast fact about monarch butterflies, that they actually fly from farther north of the United States to Mexico. And that journey takes them 9 months. And there's different generations of monarch butterflies. And the greater generation of butterfly is the one that lives the longest. They live the 9 months. They make that trek from farther north of the US, clear to Mexico, all the weather, all the dangers. They're a tiny butterfly and they make it. And it just fascinated me. And I thought to myself, am I as resilient as a butterfly? Am I going to be able to handle all this change that Mary Kay continues to give us? And I thought to myself, yes, I am. I can handle all of this change, and I can commit to a kit, and I can move this product, and I can do this. And you can too. We are resilient. We are resilient leaders. You are a resilient consultant. You can learn new ways of doing Mary Kay. Don't give up on your goal. If your goal is to be a sales director, go for it. If your goal is to have a pink Cadillac one day, go for it. If your goal is to be a national sales director, go for it. If your goal is to be $1 million director, go for it. Be like Jose Hernandez and never give up. Keep overcoming obstacles, keep learning something new, keep putting one foot in front of the other, and you can have it all. These are some of the tips from that movie. First of all, you have to know what you want. So set a goal. Set a goal for yourself with this perfect start. What do you want to have happen in this perfect start that you do? And then you have to say, okay, well, how far do I need to go? Well, I need to hold 5 parties in January. And then you're going to think, well, how am I going to do it? Am I going to do it virtual parties, or I'm going to do in-person parties, or I'm going to do a little bit of both? And then
I just have to say, it's really funny how it's a great story when it benefits you and your pocket, right? It's really great how it's such a good story, how this story specifically of this man, it's convenient for you because it relates to Mary Kay, isn't it? It's very convenient.
And then you have to say, if you don't know how to get there, I guess you must learn. So if some of you are saying, well, I don't know how to do a party, I don't know how to do an in-person appointment, all of those skills are on In Touch. You can find the skills that you need on In Touch, or with your sister consultants and sales directors, we can teach you. And just when you think you've made it, you need to learn that there's probably something more you need to learn to level up to the next level. And that's what I've loved about my Mary Kay journey, is that the school is never out for the pro. School is never out for the pro, and that this opportunity is available to everyone. Last year in December, our newest sales director, Miglena Gonzaga, had 5 on her roster. This year, in December, getting ready for leadership, she has over 43. The time is now for you to put into action, every one of us put into action the steps necessary for you to do a perfect start and continue on to do power starts and do 100 faces by the end of April and see where this business takes you. Thank you for being a part of our Boss Babe program. It's your time.
Oh my goodness, you guys, that was so
Sickening.
Look at those last couple of points that she talked.
It was so sickening. It was not powerful. It was sickening. I'm so annoyed. I'm literally sweating, guys. I'm trying really hard to keep my temper in check because I'm not home alone. And I'll look crazy if I lose my mind. I am just so mad. Like, who? Why? What? I don't like to jump to conclusions about people when I don't personally know them. With that said, I know a lot of people who participate in MLMs and in Mary Kay specifically are very MAGA. There's no other way to say it. And things are just getting very political everywhere we look today. So I'm sorry if this is spilling over into that and driving you nuts. I'll make it quick. I just have a real quick point to make. It's no secret that a lot of these women are MAGA. And I don't know if this specific individual is a MAGA supporter. I did look her up on social media. There's not much diversity in her life, which is fine, you know. She's just a very white woman in America, if you know what I mean.
I am a white woman in...
I feel like these people who are on that side, they pick and choose when it's convenient to tell a story about Americans and immigration, and then they're supporting what's happening right now in the United States. It doesn't work like that. You either support them from then to now or not at all. If you are proud of what our country was built on, like this family who had a son who was able to join NASA, then you don't get to be proud there and not have anything to say today. It doesn't work like that. Do you not see the vast difference of what was happening back then and what we're doing now? Anyway, to all MAGA supporters who think it's okay to pick and choose immigration stories for when it fits your narrative, it's not. Stop doing it.
Oh my goodness, you guys, that was so powerful. I just want to hit those last couple of points that she talked about, and then I'm going to get your takeaways and questions. She said, know what you want. You have to set a goal. You can't reach one without setting one. She said, ask yourself, what will it take? How will I do it? IP or V, in person or virtual, IP or V, in person or virtual, or a mix of the two. And then she said, school is never out for the pro, level up. One of my things that I love the most and respect the most about our national sales directors is, well, we in the sales force look to them as, wow, they've made it. They're at the top. Every one of them you will see with a notebook and a pen, fervently writing notes when someone on the stage is training. Doesn't matter if that's someone from the company or a sales director, someone who hasn't attained their position. The pros know that school is never out. There's always, always more to learn. Just think, you guys, MJ had that party with 6 people there in person, and we're challenging you with the kit and commit to see 15 faces sometime between January 1st and February 15th. 15 faces. Now, in a perfect start terminology, that would be 15 faces in any 15-day period. But we're giving you 6 weeks, and I'm telling you, even if you only see 15 faces in that whole 6-week period, think about it. MJ had 6 people at the table and sold $1,200. What if she did 5 parties like that? 5 parties times 6 people would be 30 faces. 5 parties selling $1,200 per party would be $6,000 in sales.
Do we realize that takes a lot of time? A lot of time to book the parties, to go to the parties, to service the people, pause, and then to sell to them? That's a lot. 5 parties in 1 month. I think she's talking about 1 month. That's a lot of time and energy for no promise to return. It's just hopefully you get some kind of return from it.
And $3,000 profit. Anything you can do once, you can do again and do better. I want to say that one more time so it hits all of us. Anything you can do once, you can do again and better. That's the point of seeing these faces. That's the point of kit and commit, is don't do something once. Do it enough that you gain mastery, that you gain experience, that you get better and better. I know there's a national sales director whose mantra is every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better and better.
This is where I love her, because it's true. Like if you tell yourself, like, every day I want to be better, what can I do to be better? You make those steps to be better. Like, she's not wrong here, but it has nothing to do with an MLM, of course. Just life. You know how you could just tell when somebody's a MAGA supporter and you don't need any more information to confirm it? There is this website called opensecrets.org, and I don't know much about it. I don't go and search a lot of political things, like who supports what, very often. I have been doing it more because of our climate. When I looked up Mary Kay, there's a lot of money going to the Republican and Trump. And for those reasons alone, you don't get to utilize an immigrant story for your benefit, in my opinion. You're taking part knowingly in a company that very much is against that story happening today, if that makes sense. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me while I talk a bunch of shit, and I will see you in the next one.